Welcome to FM Education Academy, a place where quality content is provided to all students. It is on your request that we provide educational videos daily. So please, if you find this video helpful, then like this video, share this video with your friends, and also please subscribe to this channel and turn the bell notification on. In today's video lecture, we will be solving exercise 6C, question 3, bits 1 to 6 from Telugu Academy textbook of Intermediate First Year, TS and AP, from the chapter Trigonometric Ratios up to Transformations. So third question, first bit. The question is, if tan theta is equal to cos 11 plus sin 11 by cos 11 minus sin 11 and theta is in the third quadrant, find theta. So answer 3, first bit. So here the value of tan theta is given to us as cos 11 plus sin 11 by cos 11 minus sin 11, and let this be equation 1. It is also telling us that theta is in the third quadrant, that is also given. We know theta is in the third quadrant means if these are our four quadrants, 1, 2, then this is our third quadrant. So theta lies here in the third quadrant here. Okay, and we have to find out the value of theta. Observe the question carefully. How to find out theta value? On the RHS we have cos 11 plus sin 11 by cos 11 minus sin 11. In order to find out theta, we have to use RHS. So here what we'll do? We'll take RHS, and in the RHS we'll divide by cos 11 in both numerator and denominator. So divide by cos 11 in both numerator and denominator. I am writing NR and DR for numerator and denominator. One more thing, here why am I dividing by cos 11 only? Because if I divide cos 11 by cos 11, here I'll get 1, and here if I divide sin 11 by cos 11, here I'll get tan 11. Why? Because I know sin theta by cos theta is tan theta. That is why I am dividing by cos 11 in both numerator and denominator. So see here, if I divide, see cos 11 plus sin 11 by cos 11 by cos 11 minus sin 11 by cos 11. See, how did this come? We are dividing the numerator with cos 11 and we are dividing the denominator with cos 11. Now this cos 11 belongs to this cos 11 and this cos 11 also belongs to sin 11. Why? Because we have a plus sign in between. So cos 11 by cos 11 will give us 1, and sin 11 by cos 11 I will write separately, sin 11 by cos 11 by, again, cos 11 by cos 11 is 1 minus sin 11 by cos 11 we are having. This cos 11 belongs to both cos 11 and sin 11. So now we'll have, we know 1 plus, what is sin 11 by cos 11? Tan 11. How? Because we know tan theta is equals to sin theta by cos theta. So your theta value in this particular fraction is 11. So that is why in place of sin 11 by cos 11, we are writing tan 11 by 1 minus tan 11. Now observe this carefully. Here what do you observe? Here we have 1, right? We have a formula, tan A plus tan B by 1 minus tan A tan B. We have that formula. So here we need tan value in place of 1. What is 1 in place of tan? We know tan 45 is 1. So in place of 1, we'll write tan 45. In terms of radians, that is in terms of pi, how do we write tan? We write it as tan pi by 4 is equals to 1. This pi by 4 is equals to 45 now. So since we know the value of tan 45 is 1, in place of 1, we'll substitute tan pi by 4 plus tan 11 by 1 minus tan, here also if you observe, this can be written as 1 into tan 11, because anything multiplied by 1 is the number itself. So tan 11 into 1 is tan 11 only. So in place of this 1, we'll write tan pi by 4 into tan 11. Now how is this? This is of the form of tan A plus tan B by 1 minus tan A tan B. What is the formula for tan A plus tan B by 1 minus tan A tan B? We know tan A plus tan B by 1 minus tan A tan B is tan A plus B. So in place of this, This is the form of tan A plus tan B, or n minus tan A tan B, will write tan A plus B. Here if you compare, this is A and this is B. So A is pi by 4 and B is 11. That is A is 45. Pi by 4 means. So here this is nothing but tan pi by 4 plus 11. What is pi by 4? Pi by 4 is 45, right? So 11, that is tan A plus B form, right? So 45 plus 11 is 56. So we got tan 56 as our answer. This is our second equation. How did this tan 56 come? This tan 56 came from cos 11 plus sin 11 by cos 11 minus sin 11. So we can say here first equation and second equation are same. How? Because here cos 11 plus sin 11 by cos 11 minus sin 11 value as tan 56. And here on LHS we have tan theta. So we can say both are equal. From this RHS only we got this answer. So we can say first equation and second equation are equal. Therefore, so here we can say therefore first equation equal to second equation, or we can also say from 1 and 2, anything you can say. We have, what was our LHS? Tan theta. And what is our RHS? Tan 56. Now if we have tan on both sides, what will happen? We can cancel tan on both sides. So we got theta is equals to 56. But in the question it is given that theta lies in the third quadrant. We know in the third quadrant if theta is lying, it will be like this in anti-clockwise direction means. So if this is 0, this is 90, this is 180 and this is 270. So if theta is lying in the third quadrant means it is more than 180. So we can write tan theta is equals to tan 180 plus theta. How is it tan 180 plus theta? Because it is in the third quadrant means it is more than 180. So here what is the value of theta we got? We got the value of theta as 56. So substitute in here 56. So we know 180 plus 56 is 236. So tan theta is equals to tan 236, or cancel tan on both sides. So therefore we got the value of theta as 236 degree. This is how you do. So we got the value of theta as 236 degrees. So this is how you do these type of questions. Hope you have understood this. Moving on to second bit. The question is, if 0 degree is less than A and B is less than 90 degree, such that cos A is equals to 5 by 13 and sin B is equals to 4 by 5, find the value of sin A minus B. So in this particular question, here we have, it is given that cos A is equals to 5 by 13 and sin A is equals to 4 by 5. And here in the question we have to find out sin A minus B. This we have to find out from the question. So if we need to find out sin A minus B, we know we have the formula of sin A minus B. We know sin A minus B formula is sin A cos B minus cos A sin B. This is the formula. So if we use this formula, we have to find out this RHS, because LHS is it is asking us to find out sin A minus B, and we know from formula we have sin A minus B is sin A cos B minus cos A sin B. So from this formula we are getting to know that we need the value of sin A, we need the value of cos B, we need the value of cos A, and we need the value of sin B. In the question it gave the value of cos A and it gave the value of sin B. This value is given and this value is given. We have to find out sin A and we have to find out cos B. How to find out? We know by using right angle triangles. Let us suppose that this is our triangle ABC, okay, and cos A is 5 by 13, okay. This is for, suppose this is A, okay, angle A. So cos A means adjacent side by hypotenuse side. This is our adjacent side, this is our hypotenuse side, and this is our opposite side. So cos A is 5 by 13 means adjacent side by hypotenuse side. Adjacent is 5 and hypotenuse is 13. So here we need to find out. How can we write? We know by Pythagoras theorem AC square is equals to AB square plus BC square, since hypotenuse square is equals to adjacent side square plus opposite side square. So here we can write, we need the value of BC, right? So BC square is equals to AC square minus AB square. How did we get this? We got this from the Pythagoras theorem. Okay, BC square is equals to AC square minus AB square. So BC is equals to square root of What is AC here? AC is 13, so 13 square minus AB is 5, so 5 square. We know 13 square is 169 and 5 square is 25. So 169 minus 25 is 144. So we got the value of BC as root 144 is 12. So we got the value of BC as 12. It was given cos A is 5 by 13. So we can find out sin A from this triangle. This is our A degree. What is sin A from this triangle? We know sin A is equals to opposite side by hypotenuse side. What is our opposite side here? If this is my A, this opposite side is 12 and hypotenuse side is 13. So we got the value of sin A as 12 by 13. So now we know cos A, we know sin A. Similarly, we have a right angle triangle, and in that theta should be assumed as B, because we need the value of cos B and we need the value of sin B. So let us say that there is another triangle, okay. Here this is B here, theta, okay. Let us suppose this is A and this is C, okay. So if B is theta, here we can say we need the value of, here it is given sin B is equals to 4 by 5, this is given, and we know sin is equals to opposite side by hypotenuse side. So opposite side here is 4, B, right? So opposite side is 4 and hypotenuse side is 5. So here we need the value of AB. So from the Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse square is equals to side square plus side square, but we need this side square. So this side square is equals to BC square minus AC square. So AB square is equals to BC square minus AC square. This is from the Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so we can write AB is equals to square root of BC square minus AC square. How? Because square, if it goes outside, becomes square root. So that is equals to square root of 5 square minus 4 square. What is 5 square? 25 minus what is 4 square? 16. 25 minus 16 is 9. We got the value of AB as root 9, that is equals to 3. So this is 3. So here from this we can say that what is sine? We have sine, this is sine B we have from this triangle. So from this triangle we can get the value of cos B. What is cos B? Adjacent side by hypotenuse side. So adjacent is 3 and hypotenuse is 5. So cos B value is 3 by 5. So cos B is equals to, this is answer 3, second bit. Okay, cos B we got as 3 by 5. Okay. So we have the value of cos A, we have the value of sin B, we have the value of sin A, and we have the value of cos B also. So we can substitute all these values here in this RHS. Sin A cos B minus cos A sin B. So we'll do that now. So sin A minus B is equals to, in place of sin A, substitute the value of sin A. We have sin A value is 12 by 13. So 12 by 13 into cos B is there. We have the value of cos B as 3 by 5. So substitute 3 by 5 minus cos A. What is cos A? We have 5 by 13 into sin B. Sin B is 4 by 5. Now we cannot do simplification, so we'll simply multiply the numerators. 12 3s are 36 and multiply the denominators. 13 5 is 65. Similarly 5 4s are 20 and 13 5 is 65. We know LCM of 65 and 65 is 65. So 65 and 36 minus 20. 36 minus 20 is 16. So we can say we got the value of sin A minus B as 16 by 65. Okay, this is how you do it. Sin A cos B minus cos A sin B 16 by 65. How did we get? Because sin A minus B, sin A cos B minus cos A sin B. We found out the value of sin A, we found out the value of cos B, and cos A and sin B were given. We took right angle triangles. In first triangle, we took theta as A, okay, and from that we got the value of sin A and cos A. And in the second triangle, we took the theta as B and we got the value of sin B and cos B. So this finishes our third question, second bit. Moving on to third question, third bit. The question is, what is the value of tan 20 plus tan 40 plus root 3 tan 20 into tan 40? So in this particular question, we need to find out tan 20 plus tan 40 plus root 3 into tan 20, root 3 into tan 20 into tan 40. This we have to find out. But if you observe here, we don't have any formula like tan A plus tan B plus root 3 into tan A tan B. So what we can do is, we know we have a formula of A plus B and we have 20 and 40. If we add this 20 and 40, it can be written as 60. 20 plus 40 is 60. So first what we'll do is we'll take 60 degree and we'll split that 60 degree as 40 degree plus 20 degree. Why we are doing this? Because in this all are tan and we are having the angles are 20 and 40. So initially we'll split this 60 as 40 plus 20 and then we'll apply tan on both sides. So when we apply tan on both sides, it becomes tan 60 is equals to tan of 40 plus tan of 20. Okay, now we'll write tan 60 as it is. This is of the form of tan A plus B, and we know tan A plus B formula is tan A plus tan B by 1 minus tan A tan B. Okay, here A is 40 degree and B is 20 degree. So tan 40 plus tan 20 by 1 minus tan 40 into tan 20. So tan 60 value is root 3 is equals to tan 40 plus tan 20 by 1 tan 20 by 1 minus tan 40 into tan 20. Now what we'll do, we'll take this denominator here. So what it becomes? Root 3 into 1 minus tan 40 tan 20 is equals to, here what is remaining? Tan 40 plus tan 20. This whole we took this side. Divided by, if it goes that side, becomes into. Now this root 3 belongs to both 1 and tan 40 into tan 20. So root 3 into 1 is root 3 minus root 3 into tan 40 tan 20 is root 3 tan 40 tan 20 is equals to tan 40 tan 20. So here in the question, remember what did we had? We had to find out the value of tan 20 plus tan 40. So here we have, this is plus in between them. Here have tan 20 and plus tan 40, and if here we need plus root 3 into tan 20 tan 40. So if we send this minus root 3 tan 40 tan 20 on the RHS, it becomes plus root 3 tan 40 into tan 20. So, and root 3 will be as it is. So root 3 is equals to tan 40 plus tan 20, keep as it is because we need tan 40 plus tan 20 here. Now send this minus root 3 into tan 40 tan 20 that side, it becomes plus root 3 tan 40 tan 20. Now compare this RHS and this, which we have to find out. We have to find out tan 20 plus tan 40 plus root 3 into tan 20 tan 40. And that only we have on the RHS. So therefore we can say the value of tan 40 plus tan 20 plus root 3 into tan 40 tan 20 is root 3. Okay, so we got the value of tan 40 plus tan 20 plus root 3 into tan 40 tan 20 as root 3. Moving on to third question, fourth bit. The question is, find the value of tan 56 minus tan 11 minus tan 56 into tan 11. So in this question also, what we will do is, we'll either use a formula of tan, in these type of questions, here if we have plus, we'll use a formula of tan A plus B. Okay, in these type of questions, like we have to find out tan A plus tan B plus root 3 into tan A tan B, something like these type of questions. We'll either use a formula of tan A plus B or we'll use a formula of tan A minus B. If we have plus here, we'll use the formula of tan A plus B. And if we have minus, we can use the formula of tan A minus B. And based on the angles, we'll take the angles. For example, here A was we took as 20 and B we took as 40 and B we took as 20. Because it was A plus B. So that is why we wrote 40 plus 20, that is 60. And then we had applied tan on both sides. Okay. So here also we'll do the same thing. So to find the value of tan 56 into tan 11 minus tan 56 into tan 11. Which two angles are given here? The angles given here are 56 degree and 11 degree. So here, as I said, since we have minus here, we'll apply here also we have minus. As if we have minus here, we'll apply the formula of tan A minus B. We know tan A minus B is tan A minus tan B by 1 plus tan A tan B. This is our formula. So, and in place of A we'll take 56 and in place of B we'll take 11 because 56 is more than 11 and we'll find out. Okay, tan A into tan B. So, tan 56 minus 11 is equals to tan 56 minus tan 11. We are substituting in this formula the values of 56 and 11 by 1 plus tan 56 into tan 11. Now we know 56 minus 11 is 45. That is equals to tan 56 minus tan 11 by 1 plus tan 56 into tan 11. We know the value of tan 45 is 1. That is equals to tan 56 minus tan 11 by 1 plus tan 56 into tan 11. Now this is divided by, if it goes that side becomes into. So 1 plus tan 56 into tan 11. Now anything multiplied by 1 is the same thing. So I'm not writing 1 into this. I'm directly multiplying with 1 and writing the answer. That is equals to tan 56 minus tan 11. So we need, observe this, we want tan 56 minus tan 11. We already have tan 56 minus tan 11 and we need minus tan 56 into tan 11. So we'll take this plus tan 56 into tan 11, that side it becomes minus tan 56 into tan 11, because here we require minus tan 56 into tan 11. So we have tan 56 minus tan 11, take this plus that side, it becomes minus tan 56 into tan 11, and what is remaining on the other side is equals to 1 is remaining on the other side. So we got, observe this, we got the answer of tan 56 minus tan 11 into tan 56 plus tan 11 as, got the value as 1. So this is how you do these type of sums. Tan 56 minus tan 11 minus tan 56 into tan 11 is 1. Okay, moving on to third question, fifth bit. The question is, evaluate sigma sine a plus b into sine a minus b by cos square a into cos square b if none of cos a, cos b, cos c is 0. So here it is given that cos a value is not 0, cos b value is not 0 and cos c value is not 0, and we have to find out sigma sine a plus b into sine a minus b by cos square a into cos square b. Now this type of sum is a bit different, but it is very easy. If you concentrate, you will understand. We have to evaluate. Evaluate means find out. What we have to find out here? We have to find out sigma sine a plus b into sine a minus b by cos square a into cos square b. Okay, so if you observe this question carefully, here we have sine a plus b. We know we have a formula of sine a plus b as sin a cos b plus cos a sin b. Sin a plus b is equals to sin a cos b plus cos a sin b. And if we observe here, we also have sin a minus b, and we know we have a formula of sin a minus b as sin a cos b minus cos a sin b. So in place of sin a plus b, we'll use sin a cos b plus cos a sin b, and in place of sin a minus b, we'll use sin a cos b minus cos a sin b. And we'll keep sigma as it is. Sigma or summation means total. So sigma as it is, in place of sin a plus b, I am writing sin a cos b plus cos a sin b into, we have sin a minus b formula. So substitute sin a cos b minus cos a sin b whole divided by this cos square a cos square b will write as it is. Now if you observe this, this is of the form of, this whole will assume as a, this whole we are assuming as a, and this whole we are assuming as b. So it is of the form of a plus b, and this will assume as a, and again this will assume as b. That is, a we are assuming as sin a into cos b, and b we are assuming as cos a into sin b. So it is of the form of a plus b into a minus b. We know a plus b into a minus b algebraic analytic formula is a square minus b square, and here we have assumed a is sin a cos b and b is cos a sin b. So a plus b into a plus b, this whole is a, this whole is b, this whole is a, and this whole is b. So a plus b into a minus b is a square minus b square. So this we have to write in the form of a square minus b square. So that is nothing but sigma a square is sin a cos b whole square minus b square is cos a sin b whole square by cos square a into cos square b. Now if you carefully observe this, here in between both of them we have minus sign. So we can say this denominator cos square a into cos square b belongs to this sin a cos b whole square, and it also belongs to cos a sin b whole square. So we'll write separately sigma sin a cos b. This is whole square means this we can write, this square belongs to sin a as well as this square belongs to cos b. So sin square a into cos square b whole divided by cos square a into sin cos square a into cos square b minus, similarly this square belongs to cos a as well as this square belongs to sin, because it is whole square and it is multiplication. So cos square a into sin square b by cos square a into sin cos square b. Now here we have cos square b, and here also we have cos square b. So cos square b ones are cos square b ones are. So what is left? Sigma sin square a by cos square a is left minus cos square a and cos square a will get cancelled, and we have, what will be remaining? Sin square b by cos square b. So if you observe this, it is in the form of sin square a by cos square a. We know sin theta by cos theta is tan theta. So sin square theta by cos square theta will be tan square theta. So this can be written as sigma tan square a minus tan square b. Sigma tan square b. So if you observe this question carefully, here we have sigma tan square a minus tan square b. Here we have sigma. Whenever we have sigma, remember we have three angles A, B and C. And one will be with plus, one will be with minus. That is tan square a minus tan square b. Plus, if we have minus, we'll have a plus also. We want to remove this summation sign because we have, if we remove summation sign, we'll have plus tan square a square is already there. So we'll have minus tan square a. We already have minus tan square b. So we'll have plus tan square b. And we already have minus tan square, we'll have my plus tan square c and minus tan square c also we can write here. So this is nothing but tan square a minus tan square b. I'm removing the summation sign and writing plus tan square a. Already I have plus tan square a. So here it is minus tan square a. Minus already I have, so it will be plus tan square b and plus tan square c minus tan square c also we can write because we don't have over here. So both will get cancelled. So all are plus minus, plus minus, plus minus. So all will get cancelled. So what is the value of RHS we got? 0. So what is the value of summation sin a plus b into sin a minus b by cos a square a into cos square b? It is 0. Okay. Remember, whenever we have summation tan square a minus tan square b, if we have plus tan square a, we'll also have minus tan square a. If we have minus tan square b, we'll also have plus tan square b. So all will get cancelled and we'll have the answer as 0. Moving on to 6th bit, the question is evaluate sigma sin c minus a by sin c into sin a if none of sin a comma sin b comma sin c is 0. So in this question also it is telling that sin a, sin b and sin c are not 0. Why they are not 0? Because if you observe in the denominator we have sin c and sin a. If denominator becomes 0, the answer becomes infinity. But the answer cannot be infinity. That is why it is saying that sin a, sin b and sin c is 0. And here also sigma is given. So it will be a similar type of question. And here in the numerator if you observe we have sin c minus a. So we can use the formula of sin a minus b is sin a cos b minus cos a sin b. We'll use that formula only. So answer 3rd, 6th and last bit this is. So we have to evaluate. Evaluate means find out. What you have to find out here? Sigma sin c minus a by sin c into sin a. Now this is the form of sin a minus b. A is c here and b is a here. What is sin a minus b formula? Sin a minus b is sin a cos b minus cos a sin b. So in place of sin c minus a will write sin a cos b minus cos a sin b. Okay, that is sigma as it is sin c cos a minus cos a sin c, cos c sin a. Okay, sin a cos b minus cos a sin b whole divided by sin c sin a. Now similarly, don't get confused. Here the formula is a minus b, but in the question it is given c minus a. So we are writing this c is of the form of a and this a is equal to b here in the formula. Okay, so this is a and this is b. So sin c into cos b. What is b here? A. So cos a minus cos a. What is a here? C into sin a. What is sin a here? Into sin b. Sorry, what is b here? B is a here. Now this sin c sin a belongs to sin c cos a and it also belongs to cos c sin a. Why? Because we have a minus sign in between. So this also we can write as sigma sin c cos a by sin c sin a minus cos c sin a by sin c sin a. And if you want, this sigma can also be written inside. Okay, now sin c will get cancelled and here sin a will get cancelled. So what is remaining? Cos a by sin a. We know cos theta by sin theta is cot theta minus again cos c by sin c is cot theta. Here we have a and here we have c. Okay, here we have plus cot a. So if we want to remove this sigma, okay, how to remove this sigma? If we have plus cot a, we can write minus cot a. Here we have c because it is cos c by sin c, right? Plus cot a. So here we can write minus plus cot b plus cot c minus cot a minus cot b minus cot c. Okay, and we know whenever we have plus minus plus minus plus minus, the answer will be 0. So we got the value of sigma sin c minus a by sin c into sin a as 0. Remember this sigma is cot a minus cot c. Plus cot a means we can write minus cot a. Here we have plus minus cot c means we can write plus cot c. So this is how you do these sums. Okay, hope you have understood all this sums. If you have any doubt, you can comment below. If you have found this video helpful, then please like, share, subscribe, click that bell icon.